When does the ultimate payback come from the narcissist? I'm not talking broad terms here. Of course, we're talking about, again, a narcissist is deeply insecure and, very, very much in pain, delusional, and, they have to be perfect to keep this fractured or this fake facade going, So, um, a lot of narcissism is just a vain and it's very shallow perspective um, of themselves and others. It really just comes down to getting their needs met because of that insecurity, right? And because of this, the immaturity, the fear of aging, that is the again, the number one payback right there. That's the eternal payback. I never really thought about payback. I was gaslit so hard that I didn't even know what happened, and I blamed myself, and I kind of figured I was isolated, so I must be me and only me. And of course, I have my flaws, and you know, again, the driving analogy, just by being on the road, you're partially responsible. So, but again, don't cut an individual too much slack. There are people in this world that do not care about anyone but themselves. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. It's really just weakness. It's just, and that's, again, there's no vengeance and all that stuff. All it does is, there'll be waves, right? You have waves of trying to figure stuff out. There'll be anger, this is the whole, what is it? The whole, was it grieving process? You have like all the stages, right? And like one of them is, anger, right? Anger, and then you have delusion. It's like guys going bald. It's like denial and anger and acceptance. But yeah, there's no acceptance with the. I guess I'm narcissist because I didn't accept this. I got a beanie on too much. But there's no acceptance, unfortunately, with the narcissist. The acceptance comes in the afterlife, I suppose, or something. That's just really just sick, and that's what I. There's a stat. Like you look it up and it'll say, it's like one of those Google questionnaire, like someone asks a question, then Google answers type of thing. You just click on the thing and it says, what is the most narcissistic time? Like, does a individual become more narcissistic with age? And it says no. The person, the most narcissistic time is like teenage, 13, 14, 15. And I'm like, I don't agree with that, because it depends on how you look at it. Like, this is my position. A narcissist, although we all have higher traits of narcissism when we're young, that's why I think that stat is misleading. Say, oh, you're 15, 16, 17, you're 13, 14, 15, whatever it is, teenage years, most narcissistic time. Yeah, for everyone, but I think that changes. You're supposed to, because they equate the narcissism that person has, it's most at that time. But if you talk about in your 70s, I argue it's higher comparing to a normal person. Like, it's more out of whack in that sense. So it's like more polarizing. Does that make sense? So when I think about to the degree that they are malevolent, like I would argue, there's more narcissistic trait in a young person, but it's not as, everyone has this hopeful, youthful energy, and you're nothing but potential. So there's less of that. There's less envy and shame and regret and stuff. So like that, in a healthy person, it should, a person who's healthy, relatively healthy, is, not going to, try and bring down people with them, and use the will against people, or do like a bunch of like, say really bad stuff just because they know they're going. It's like that, so that's why I think it's a little misleading. I think narcissists can get, and I think they do get worse with age, like in the sense that their childishness becomes more apparent as they become more wrinkly. It's like, really? Wait, did you really just say that? Like, are you having a temper tantrum, mother dear? You're 7 years old. What Fantasyland. It's easier though. That's the thing. And I don't want to make too many excuses for narcissists. I don't know. It is easier to not care about anybody else because you're able to protect yourself, your ego, and then you don't have to worry about, you can take and not ever worry about what you give back. And it's funny, it's not funny at all, but it's funny, you know, that's the expression I'm using, is individuals that, you know, psychopaths. I thought, you know, you think of psychopaths, like they like don't have any friends and they just kill people in the basement. Like, no, they're not coy, they're cunning as hell. God, they're good. They use people, but not for supply. They don't need it for validation. They use it for utility. And a psychopath will mess with you just because their superiority. Like a psychopath almost, and I've seen it, they actually like resent your empathy. They resent your ability because I think by and large, like, human beings know there's something wrong with them. You know, I made a video earlier about our people without empathy, even human, and I think we came to the conclusion that yes, they are, but I mean, they're human beings biologically, but you know, we can talk about the whole thing. But having said that, you know, we're all getting our needs met, and psychopath does it in their way, narcissist does it in their way, someone with ADHD does it their way. I should not have put those in the same category. That's a false equivalency. Again, what's the difference between these cluster Bs and other neurodivergence is, drum roll, comment if you can, I should be quizzing you guys, but comment if you know the answer. 3, 2, 1. Empathy. Bing, bing, bing. Empathy is the common denominator of destruction. The lack thereof, I should say. The lack of, imagine if I was like a psychopath and I was just doing videos and trying to convince people that like empathy was the common denominator of destruction. We should all be, that's like Machiavellianism, right? He's like empathy is, you know, I think Nietzsche too is like weakness is evil or whatever. It's like, he's right about a lot of it, but I would argue to be weak is to not have empathy or to shut off emotions. Lustful life. I'd be like Iggy Pop without that empathy. You need a lustful life. Damn it, the tangents are getting real, guys. They're getting real, dude. Yeah, so the narcissism, aging narcissism. That was the universal. I hope I'm not sitting on red ants. Oh, fucking hell. I think we're right. Okay. Stump works for now. The universal punishment for narcissist, psychopath, like these people is just, narcissist for sure, is their, you know, their mortality. You know? And they're, you know, I don't really think, like, I don't believe in that. I'm gonna go on like a whole thing. I just get tangential, whatever. It's fun out here with the pseudo nature. Got the traffic there, planes. That was why am I complaining about everything? Yeah, it's like, as I say that, I think like about punishment in the afterlife, like a narcissist. It's like, I don't know about, like, I don't think narcissists have too much fun on Earth. Like, peace is kind of great. You know? External validation. That's the thing that's happening in society, is external validation is like, it's drying up. The well is drying up. And it's not sustainable. It's just another drug. You know, followers and notoriety, validation externally, might as well be drugs internally. Combine them though, that's a lot of fun. That's the thing, like, I think all that stuff's great, especially when you're young. You know, a lot of people want to be famous. You want to have all that notoriety. You want to make a dent in the universe. And I think that's natural, that's good. I had something, I just completely lost it. It was going to be so profound and preachy and awesome. You guys would have loved it. Let's see if I can get back there. So, I think it's, okay. Where was I going with that? Oh, I think it's natural to, yeah, I think that's what I was getting into. It was like, to be like that when you're young, I think it's pretty natural. A lot of people, you know, do the rock star and blah, 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 and they want to have, like, have this big dreams and stuff, and it's good to do that. And, but it, not limit your expectations, but, and I don't even have, backup plans are for cowards. Don't have a backup plan. Go all in. But what am I trying to say? Doing things for the right reasons, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then, you know, as you get older, it's like, nobody cares. And you shouldn't care. I think that's natural. This is getting really preachy. I'm going to keep getting preachy. I don't know, just whatever. But, yeah, I think that's where we're going very, very wrong right now. It's like, you know, we're closer to 40 now than 30, and it's like, I don't know much else what there is much else to do if you don't have, like, a family. It's like, that's a pretty natural thing that we're kind of missing out on. A lot of people nowadays. Yeah, it's still pretty cold out here. I'm getting preachy. I just lost the whole train of thought. I'm just going on a tangent now. My videos turn into video diaries every time. So yeah, so you can remember even the initial part of the story was talking about, oh yeah, the ultimate revenge, or the ultimate whatever, revenge for lack of a better term. The universal revenge for a narcissist. The universal revenge, that's what we'll name the video. The universal revenge for all narcissists. Their mortality. And that's when you need to stay away. Don't let them pull you in, their last words to, you know, pull you into it's like a disease they want to give you. Make you doubt your own value right towards the end so you can be just like them. Crazy. It's not good. Not good at all. Alright guys, hang in there if you're healing, and thanks for sticking with me if you made it this far. And comment below if you want to see something else, or if you want to give me a heart react, or if you want to give me a hug. Here's a hug. Hang in there guys. We're in this together, bros. Alright? Hang in there.